You know, it's really exciting when you purchase a home and you've got this blank template, this blank canvas that you get to work with. In this video, I'm gonna show you a new home that has absolutely no landscaping and how you address different areas of the landscaping from start to finish and can transform it into something that's awesome. Let's do this. My name is Bobby Kay. I'm a professional landscape designer and installer, and in these videos I show you lots of really cool designs that are going to save you time and money. We're going to start off with a bubble diagram, get over to the desk, we're going to break down everything we put together for this particular client that shows from drainage to the hardscaping to the front yard design, how you can put all this together and put it together in phases so that if you don't have all the money at once, it still has that one cohesive feel. Let's get right started. Right started? Let's get started. You know what I mean. Boom. All right, bang. Okay, so as usual, we have a mess here on the bubble diagram, but it's super simple. We're gonna clean everything up there and you're gonna get off that awesome content, all those tips that I'm talking about. So let's just break it down really quick. We're gonna have a dry creek bed that's behind a retaining wall that is gonna help to catch all the water from this huge hillside. They're getting tons of water. It's going towards the house. That's a problem, but we can catch it and make it look beautiful, and I'll show you how to do that. Next thing, we're gonna have a patio with an elevated fire pit area, and then we're gonna clean everything up with some beautiful landscaping. Let's get right over there and do our thing.
Good defense. Lead pass. Whoa! Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that! What are you doing, Dragons? Did you not get the memo?
All right, so we're gonna jump in this design software. By the way, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you are back, thanks for coming. What we're gonna do is very simple. We're gonna break down everything that we just did in a 3D design software that I obviously build all this stuff, and then give you out tips and tricks that are gonna help you when you're thinking about how am I gonna plan out my yard and what are some of the things that I should be doing before I even put a shovel in the ground. Super important, get a design. Most important thing I can stress about this video. Let's go into tip number one. Let's put some before pictures of this actual property up on there. Ding, 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 ding. So you can see everything, the front, the back, the sides. What you'll notice in the back is there is a pretty darn big hill and it goes back really far into some wooded area. What's important about that is all of the water runoff comes down that hill and it goes right towards the house. So most important thing that I want you to know is address water before you do anything with landscaping and landscape design. Bury your downspouts, have them go out to pop-up valves or into like a dry creek bed or anything like that to get the water away. And if water is coming towards your house, think about how you're gonna capture that water and divert it. Here, what we did is we put in a big retaining wall and we cut back into the hillside to free up some more space, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But behind the wall is a dry creek that's got a drainage system hidden in it. So all that water from the hill and from anywhere else is gonna go in that, go behind the retaining wall and out along the sides out to the street. Super important to address any water. Make sure you do that. Let's go to tip number two. Tip number two has to deal with the hardscaping. Now that we've freed up some space by putting that retaining wall back and grabbing the water, now we can play. So we're gonna put in a beautiful patio, and what I like to do, and a tip for you, is instead of making it one level, if you got a cool spot like a fire pit, which is in here with seating, elevate it. Put it up about 6 inches so that it's got something different to look at versus just a flat space. You walk out, you step up, and bam, you're in a different destination, a fire pit destination. You sit on the wall, have fun, do your thing, and then soften it up with landscaping. Tip number 3, leading into landscaping. Let's go to the front of the yard. A lot of times you see these new builds and these beautiful houses, but either there's absolutely no landscaping or they put very minimal effort into it. When you're a home builder, you're literally just trying to make it pleasant enough that you get people in the door and the inside looks great. They're not gonna put a lot of money into the outside. There's no profit in it for them. They should think about that. Maybe it'll help them sell houses, but they're busy, they're building houses. So when you have something like this, you gotta think about, how can I put some landscaping together that goes with the house? That's super important. This particular house has got that nice stone. It's got kind of that lodgy feel in a way. So a couple of different things that I like to put out there that you can do is put a couple focal points, some nice trees, and the Atlas cedar is this weeping tree that I believe goes well with this kind of style, this kind of design. Then in between, do some shapes with some bushes, put some nice meat and potatoes in there, and then maybe season number 2, you put in your annuals or perennials or things like that that you can do yourself. But you want to hire a company, have them come in, put the big stuff in, and have them put something in that goes with the theme of the house. Super important. So here's a couple tips for the front, mostly with trees and how you can build everything around those trees. But if you want to learn more about how to landscape a front yard, go watch this video. I've got a couple of really cool tips in there that can save you time and money and teach you a couple different things that you can do outside of just the trees. If you like this video, make sure you smash this. Help people find it by smacking that little icon and everybody gives the thumbs up. It does that much better on YouTube and more people can learn these tips to help them save that time and money. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create. See you on the next one.